Hey, what's up guys, it's your boy Right Trigger. I got some bad news for the channel, I guess. This is going to be the last car that is uploaded from Speed Champions to the Right Trigger channel. If you would like to see more LEGO Speed Champions content from me, you can go over to LEGO Garage. That's where all of my previous videos on the Right Trigger channel having to do with LEGO Speed Champions will be uploaded. And that's where all new videos on LEGO Speed Champions will also be uploaded. Let's get into the video. Hey, welcome back to LEGO Garage. Today we are going to be doing the LEGO Speed Champions McLaren Formula 1 car. This is coming in at 245 pieces, which is to be expected for a Formula 1 car. Formula 1 cars typically don't have as many pieces as regular coupes and sports cars, supercars, hypercars. You get the gist. This is going to be a pretty cool build. This is very similar to another car that we recently did, which was the Aston Martin Formula 1 car. In fact, I remember during that video I was looking at this car and I was looking at the box art for this car, and they appear to basically just be the exact same thing. I feel like we already know what to expect. We've already done this before. The only difference is that with the Formula 1 car, I did a time lapse for it, and for this car, we're going to be talking through the process. Let's get started. Hopefully we won't see 4 bags like we've been seeing. Sure enough, that says number 3. 1, 2, manual, sticker sheet, and a chassis piece. Whee! Hello, chassis. Yeah, that's a pretty intense sticker sheet. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So I'm gonna be honest, I typically don't care very much about the minifigs that come with these sets, but that is a very clean suit that the minifig is wearing. The blue visor on the orange helmet, I feel like is a very nice contrast, as well as the gray and orange everywhere. We do got the McLaren logo on the back. I think this is a really clean looking minifig. This is probably my favorite one so far. I can already say that this is very similar in the build process to the Aston Martin Formula 1 car that we previously did. Alright, we've done a very small amount of the inside of the Formula car. Now we're going to be flipping it upside down to add pieces, which I believe I recall doing with the Aston Martin Formula 1 car. This is the Technic piece that we're going to be putting a bar in, which just kind of holds the front bumper to the actual body of the car. When we get there, I'll show that more in depth because I do find it a really cool process. And then there are these little hole pieces with studs sticking out at a 45-degree angle, and you basically just want to make sure that the angle that it sits at, not the 45, but that it is at a 90-degree kind of like parallel angle to the rest of the car. Otherwise, future part that we're going to put on will look a little bit wonky. Oh, hooray. We're going to be doing our first sticker. Wish me luck. Hopefully it's not like last video. Hey, now that's pretty good sticker placement right there. No. Now we're going to be adding studs that should basically hold on the sides of the F1 car. Okay, now it looks like I'm making the front of the car, and these little holes that you see are going to be where that pole just slides right through. I believe that this is that section. Nope, I'm wrong. So this is actually going to go on the rear half of the car, creating a lot of length. All right, we've got our second set of stickers. That's good, and that looks pretty good. We've attached a couple of our lovely little C-hooks to the rear half of the car, and it looks alrighty. All right, it looks like we just added in the seat, and just like that, we have our steering wheel. Okay, now we're gonna be adding a very tiny and frustrating looking sticker. Just gonna try to give you guys a look at exactly what piece I was talking about with the sticker. It's very tiny, not a fan. You know how I feel about stickers, don't worry. We will not have a rant today, I think. All right, and off rip with bag 2, we are going to be doing that step with the bar that I was talking about that will just simply go through the little Technic pieces, creating that front bumper. Oh, you know what? Once again, I'm wrong. This is actually going to be the rear axle. I'm getting so excited for that one piece because I want to show it off that I'm assuming that every time I see something that's even slightly similar, that's got to be it. I want to show you guys because it was really cool to see, but we'll get there when we get there, I guess. But I guess I still could show off this part, so we're just going to grab this red bar. We're going to put little black Technic piece right in, and then we're going to connect one of the Technic pieces that hold in the tires. We're going to put that on one side. Doesn't really matter which side you put it on first. And then on the other side where that red bar is just sticking out, we're going to go ahead and attach the other black Technic piece and the Technic piece that holds in the tire, and it spins freely. All right, and we've got all these little C-hooks on the edges of the car. I'm not sure how well you can see all those. Maybe in post I can like point them out really well. What we're just going to do is we're going to put in some very tiny piece. You may not be able to see it. We're just going to put those right into the C-hooks facing where the tires will go. I'm not too certain as to what that's exactly supposed to be in Formula 1, but it looks like it's supposed to create the illusion of some like support brackets. Oh, and also today is August 28th. I am missing COD Next for this, so if you guys could please subscribe to the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. Oh, and I totally forgot. Why am I saying that when my buddy the subscribe button could say it? Go ahead. My apologies, disrespectful, I know. Oh yeah, definitely. Please subscribe to boost this guy's already gigantic ego. Don't you remember what I said after the recording of last video? No, I thought you were bluffing. Please, I swear to God, I'll do anything. Alright. Please. So get off camera. Thank you. Okay, so I've made a mistake. I guess I need to backtrack and find out exactly what occurred. Yeah, this is a pretty major mistake. I figured it out, but I want to go to exactly when they said to add the pieces that I didn't add. In the beginning. Oh my goodness. Oh no. All the way back here? A part of the foundation that I didn't add. Oh, it really doesn't want to move. There must be something in the middle that is connecting everything really, really well. So what I need to do is I just need to start removing pieces, and then these side panels need to come up too. And then it needs to connect right here. So I have them exposed. Now I just need to add these two. I cannot believe I did that. That was so much. Now what I can do is I can put back the pieces. So I'm gonna try to summarize what just happened. These little like really light blue pieces were sitting one stud higher than they were supposed to, and that's because in the very beginning of the build, there were some 1x4s and I did not put them on the chassis. Therefore, the part that I just added was sitting a stud higher. I know that it sounds weird that because I didn't add a piece, this was sitting up a stud higher, but I can't think of the reason as to why that is. I've said it before in a video, but very small mistakes in the beginning can lead to a disaster. All right, nice. For this piece, we do actually have some prints. We do have to add one sticker. Oh, so beautiful. That sticker placement, I think, is one of my better ones. There are some posts right above that yellow piece that you should see pretty close to my middle and index finger. We're just going to grab this C-hook, which is connected to this printed / stickered piece, and we're going to connect that C-hook right into the first post. We do have this fin piece, and it does have a stud. So I'll place it in, and then I'll show you the result of that. So now the fin is in, and you can kind of get an idea as to what that's going to look like from the outside, but if you look on the inside, you can see that that's basically the illusion that they're going for. It's really cool. Okay, so now we're going to be creating that axle that is going to shut the front bumper into the car. So we're just going to grab this little like Technic sleeve piece. We're going to put it on the end of this red axle. We're going to grab a Technic piece that holds the tire in, and we're just going to simply sit it right inside one of these Technic pieces that will hold in the bumper. There we go. Now what we're going to do is we're going to work on the front bumper. It is quite a long process. I won't walk through that, but I'll show you the end result. All right, and the front bumper is completed. So what we're just going to do is we're going to go ahead and hold this in place right here. There we go. Yep, we're piercing straight through. We have to reach the other side as well. There we go. So I need to add another one of those Technic sleeves, and we're just going to put that black part right in there. And then we're going to add that Technic piece that holds the tire right in there. That Technic piece is holding this front bumper in place, which means just like the last video, I can shake it as much as I want. It's never going away. And it looks like now we're going on to the side skirts. That's a total of 10 pages. All right, that's one skirt done. The second side skirt is completed, and now I can just attach it to the car. That's like 95% of the car completed. The rear wing is completed. I'm just going to attach these studs here. Supposed to shit in the shackles. There we go. All right, we're coming down to the last two stickers. All right, we got the green piece on the top, and we have two little spoons for rear view mirrors. Oh, hooray, we're gonna do the funny part. This is actually hollow, and it appears a really flimsy plastic, or it could be a pretty thick rubber. I really don't know, but we're gonna stick this pole on some posts. There we go. So we just got that there. And then what we're gonna do, we're gonna attach one side to a C-hook, and then we're gonna bend this really hard, and then we're just gonna attach it to another C-hook. There you go. All right, let's go ahead and get this driver in real quick. Get the bar down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Having this car in my hand, what we're going to do is we're going to bring down the other most recent Formula 1 car, and we're just going to take a look at these two side by side. I gotta say, obviously, these are pretty much the exact same thing. The only difference that I really see is we can see on the spoiler / wing, whatever you want to call it, there are different pieces used. On the McLaren is a bit more rounded, while this one is a bit angular on the Aston Martin. That black and orange always looks so good, and of course here it does as well. It's pretty funny that it is a car that's sponsored by Google Chrome, because even the tires covers have the Google Chrome logo. Those side skirts, like I was saying, it is very complex. It took 10 pages to do 2 of those, but it's well worth the effort. I think that those come together really well. This green piece that's on the top, I'm curious as to what that is, but I think it looks kind of ugly. Probably not a popular opinion. That's okay with me. I'm looking at the Formula 1 car right now. I don't know what it is, but it must be something that's on all Formula 1 cars, since the Aston Martin also has it. It must be standard across all Formula 1 cars. The shared building process between the two is cool to see, and I've only really ever had that experience with the 2 911s that I have. These two are the exact same car, so the build process was the exact same thing. These tires that we have, the grip ones for Formula 1, NASCAR, and we saw it in the BMW M4 GT3. That's really cool. The orange bar that wraps around, I always find that funny because it feels like something you're not supposed to do. Just bending a piece as far as it'll allow you, all the way 180 degrees. Somehow those C-hooks and posts are providing enough support that it doesn't want to go anywhere. On the McLaren F1 car and the Aston Martin F1 car, we do have those spoons for rear view mirrors, and I'm going to say that a Formula 1 car definitely gets away with it much more than a Ferrari F40 does. So because the Ferrari F40 is such a nice looking car, with not too much going on, having these pieces just feels out of place. It doesn't feel like it fits the car that well. With a Formula 1 car, on the other hand, it just kind of looks like another piece of the car. There's so much going on when you look at it. It's extremely detailed. There's parts everywhere. Formula 1 cars are not your regular everyday car, so of course they're going to look crazy. They have a purpose, which is to go as fast as possible, gain as much traction as possible, and just be able to do things that a normal car can't. Having these simplistic rear view mirrors, it just kind of fits in with the rest of the build. There's not much that I'm going to be able to say about the McLaren F1 car that I didn't already say about the Aston Martin F1 car, just due to the fact that they're essentially the exact same car, just with different aesthetic. I do appreciate the Formula 1 cars wrap a bit more. That minifig with the blue visor and the orange helmet, I do think it's quite the standout. I'm beginning to gain a better appreciation for the Formula 1 cars. I do still somewhat have the opinion that if we're not going to get very many printed pieces, maybe we should just tone it down a little bit. I do want to see some regular cars, not necessarily like, I don't want to see some random Ford Fiesta SE or something like that, but I would like to see like a Lancer, or a WRX STI, or you know what would be my favorite is a Ford Focus RS, the 2017 version with the baby blue and the wide body kit, and oh geez man, just give us a ricer. Anyways, I think that's everything that I have. If I start a tangent about other cars, we'll be here forever. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to like, comment, and
I don't want to do this anymore.
Okay, enough. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.